Hi everyone, this is Tammy, owner of Worthyworthitpriceless, and today's podcast is titled, It's All Working Out for Your Good. The thing is that when things happen in our life, we get bent out of shape. Especially if you're like an emotional person like me, like as soon as something usually happens, like, oh my God, like, you know what I mean? Here we go again, or this, that, and the third. But today I want to give you a brand new perspective. I was watching Pastor Keon, and he was stating that, as it states in the Bible, all things are working out for your good. The thing is, it just hasn't come to pass. So it's just basically to the point nothing bad happens to you. It just hasn't come to pass about how to use that situation. For an example, 3 years ago, right around now, I just got the keys to my apartment to start over with me and my daughter. So basically now, so this is July, but my lease was like for August. So either way. But in September 7th to be exact, I lost my job. My boss came around and he gives us a thumbs up. He gave me the thumb up. I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, I still got my job. He was like, no. My name was like the first one on the list. He was like, oh, we have to let you go. And I'm like, what? Like I just, I just got my apartment, everything. But the thing about it was, I needed that time because a month later, or basically during that time, a month later, which would have been October, was my daughter's second birthday. During that time that I had off, so from September to October, I realized something wasn't quite right with my daughter. And I went to the doctors, and that's when we basically discovered that she had autism. But had I not been laid off, I really probably wouldn't figure that out. And that's the whole thing. It's all working out for your good. You just don't know how. And you might be saying, well, getting laid off for a job, that doesn't seem good. But there's always a plan and a purpose for what God is doing. For me, that was that for me. But for you, it might be something else. God is trying to reveal us to his plans. He's trying to get us to where he has us going. So I urge you to try to change your perspective. I know that it's hard when you're going through something to think of something positive, like God is going to use this. But I don't want you to always just focus on that, like, I lost my job. How is God going to make this work out for my good? No, just keep living. But just know that God is going to make it work out for your good. There's a lot of things that happen in my life, and I realized that there's certain things that God was getting my attention for. And there's certain things that I needed to be removed out of my life in order to get to where God had me going. I realized also the same thing that Pastor Keon was saying was just that it is true. Nothing bad really happens to you. It's all working out, and God is going to get you to where he has you going. It's not easy. It hurts. I'm not going to say it doesn't hurt, but and the process isn't easy at all. But at the end of the day, it's going to work out for your good. God is going to get you to where you're going, but you cannot give up. After I lost my job, I had a very, very hard time trying to find another job. It's like it didn't matter. I had a degree. It didn't matter. I had work history since I was 16. I didn't find a job until November. But during that time, I was trying to find a job. I couldn't get a job anywhere. And I tried to even do social services and all that other stuff. And then they were giving me a hard time. And they said they wouldn't pay my rent where I stayed at. They wanted me to move back downtown to more of a somewhat crime-ridden area. And I'm like, dude, I just moved all the way out to get away from that. But they wanted me to move back. I didn't know what was going on. But thank God my landlord was like, she would work with me. And then what ended up happening was, thank God, I needed that time off because my daughter, with her disability, there was teachers that had to come over to the house. With me not working, that helped out so she can get the help that she needed. So you see how it all basically worked out. Like, I needed to be off of work to get a schedule with her teachers and stuff like that. But by the grace of God, by December, I was able to get a job. November, I ended up getting a temporary job, like working at the mall. And it got us through, at least for a little bit. But thank God I was able to get a permanent job in December. But God is so strategic, and he's so great, and he's so awesome that I needed that time, and I needed space. A couple months prior, it was in May that I broke up with her father, or we separated, however that goes. I stayed with my mom for a few months, and then then a lot of things happened during that time, and I couldn't catch my breath. So losing my job helped me to also catch my breath and then focus on my daughter and everything. So it's all working out for your good. It just hasn't come to pass of what happened. I've been there. There has been a lot of things in my life that has happened. And now I realize with new perspective that God is working everything out. So I'm giving you that same encouragement for someone who was heartbroken, homeless for a minute, lost a job, everything. God turned everything around. So use my story as a testimony, and hopefully it can give you that encouragement too. If I can go through it, you can go through it as well. But know that even though you cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel, there is a light, and God is going to make a way for you no matter what. No matter what it looks like, you're going to be okay. Trust me, you're going to be all right. But you have to trust God and know that he has a plan for your life. This isn't where you're going to end up. There's more for you. There's greater for you. You have worth. You have value, no matter what. As always, know that you are worthy, worth it, and priceless. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. And until next time, bye.